Honorable Cabinet Ministers and Assistant Ministers, Honorable Members of Parliament, Your Excellencies and members of the Diplomatic Corps, representatives of Fiji's development partners, distinguished guests, participants, ladies and gentlemen. Nisambul Vinaka, Namaste and a very good morning to you all. I hope and I know that you're all feeling better than I am. I also welcome and greet everyone watching us on live stream this morning. As you know, I'm under doctor's orders to rest for a few days, but I decided that it's very, very important for me to be present here with you today, given the significance of this summit, not only to the coalition government, but to the nation as a whole. Therefore, I decided to address you here at the summit rather than talk to you from home on Zoom. I will deliver these opening remarks and leave you to discuss the technical aspects and details as econocrats. I've made up that word. After this, I promise that I will really take some rest. This summit is historic because the last one was 15 years ago in 2008. It's also timely, very timely, taking into account the need for our country to take stock, make the necessary changes, and decisively move forward. This morning, as you probably noticed under the sausalo, I'm wearing my Adam Smith tie. I expect most of you would have read Adam Smith's 1776 book, The Wealth of Nations. It was the same year as the Declaration of the American Independence. Probably not many people would note that book because it was published in that same year, and everybody was looking at the independence and the Declaration of Independence and not pay too much attention on the Wealth of Nations, the principal book on the free economy, free market economy. I urge those of us who will implement the outcomes of this summit to be mindful of some of the gems left by Adam Smith in that book, where the free market allows for capital formation and growth opportunities. As you're fully aware, we all agree that we face many daunting challenges that we must collectively address. Apart from the current unsustainable debt levels, we also have to be mindful of the geopolitical and global economic environment we live in. As a small island developing state, we are very vulnerable to events that affect those global economies and global events, which are, sadly, beyond our control. It is critical that we must take and make timely adjustments so that we can cope and be able to survive in the global trading environment. We have just been through one of the world's worst pandemics in modern times with COVID-19. It affected the whole world and was more devastating for small island developing nations and economies like Fiji. The Russian-Ukrainian war in Europe made our efforts to recover from the pandemic more challenging, particularly due to the supply chain issues. We must address these challenges collectively through this summit and craft solutions together as a nation. You are the leaders in your own fields. We come together as leaders of the nation. We need to strengthen our laws and institutions. We need to restore investor confidence and improve the business environment, and at the same time, protect our natural resources. We need to rebuild our infrastructure, which has been neglected, and most importantly, look at ways to ease the burden of high costs of living for our people. We need to strengthen the private sector, which we so glibly call the engine of growth. It is important to promote trade and build confidence in the private sector. Let's learn a point or two from Adam Smith's The Wealth of Nations. Which at the same time, we must continue to strengthen both multilateral and bilateral relations with our trading and development partners. The coalition government strongly believes that addressing these priorities head-on is the cornerstone to building a progressive and prosperous nation for our future generations. I cannot stress enough how important this summit is to the nation and its people. I'm sure that with our collective knowledge, your collective wisdom, we will be able to develop practical and lasting solutions to improve the lives of the people we so love, so much love. I encourage you all to participate fully at this summit and find workable solutions to promote economic growth and overall development for our country. I am confident that the findings and recommendations of from this summit will contribute to the formulation of the national budget and our national development plan. Let me share some of my thoughts with you. Reshaping our future means more than just promoting economic growth and development. A brighter future for our nation requires our communities to be united and to move away from divisions. We all know that those divisions have not worked any good for us. We know what those divisions have done to our nation and to us as people. Let us come together and build a nation of enduring unity and prosperity. On many occasions, we have declared that we in government are your servants and not your masters. It is our obligation to treat everyone with humility and fairness. This summit is the implementation of our commitment to genuine dialogue and consultation with all our stakeholders. Inclusivity lies at the heart of the coalition's strong belief in transparent and accountable leadership. Let us be reminded that we can all work together to seek solutions to challenges and maintain our different political viewpoints. I'm so pleased to note that all members of Parliament had been invited to be at this summit. Our approach is about keeping Fiji moving in a unified direction and creating confidence that leaders can put their differences aside and work together to chart a new future for us all. This, I believe, reflects the summit, the spirit of our summit. I hope that our deliberations in the next 2 days will surely bring unity and solutions to our collective challenges. I wish you all the very best in your deliberations. Before I end, may I just ask everyone to please shake the hand of your fellow participant and remind ourselves of the summit's theme. For Fiji, we need to reshape our future through genuine dialogue and collaborations. May God bless you. God bless Fiji. Go ahead, shake each other in the head. Thank you very much.